So today it's working. Oops. Let me push your own button. Okay, today it's working good. Now I gotta launch the TikTok. 1 second. Okay. Back that up just a little. So anyway, good morning. Quant computing firm going into SPAC, XPOA, valued at 1.6 billion. That's excellent. I mean, like, all I think about these days is what quantum computing companies can I invest in? No, I'm being serious. That sounded like sarcasm. It was not. I'm serious. I'm always looking for that. So that's great. XPOA, and that's when is that happening, Chris? Chris is finding out, I guess. All right, everybody on Twitch, say hello. Good morning on the chat. And over on YouTube, same, say hello, say good morning. TikTok, how's it going? I was just talking about AMC, you missed it. And no date yet. Okay, Chris, yeah, that's going to be interesting. XPOA. Is it already trading XPOA? Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, I'm going to refresh the market chameleon. Let's see if we got anything else happening on the radar here. Yeah, there it is, XPOA. All right. Qualcomm, that'll be fine. Why did it say it's up? That's weird. Okay, says it's up, but it's not. It's basically still at around 10. Guess we'll watch it. Peloton may run today because of 9% short interest. OK is calling for company sale. Says they can get $75 a share. Wow. Well, yeah. XPOA was it, right? And yeah, better keep Peloton up. Boy. I'm not so sure that I see $75 a share for Peloton, but who cares, right? If it does, then great. Good morning, Strong Zombie. Oh, I might have accidentally erased your YouTube and Twitch chat just now, you guys. So anyway, if you can, just say good morning one more time. I wanted to double check why it was showing everybody's message twice. Maybe I fixed it. I don't know. If so, say hello again. Thanks. So anywho, we're watching all those. And I've got Peloton up above here. Let's put that instead of PayPal. There we go. Yeah, now it's working. All right, Strong Zombie. Good morning. And G Delcor. I'll just call you that. Yep, put Peloton on the main grid here. Morning. Good morning, everybody on TikTok. So it looks like the market has grinded down this morning and touched yesterday's low. And we're opening just about halfway between yesterday's low and yesterday's close. That'd be somewhat like opening below VWAP of the daily VWAP, if you can think of it that way. But you know, we're opening in the bearish territory, and we're really close to a pivot breakdown at 444. So on SPY at 444, that's a level where you could get $1 of short gain out of a panic drop. So panic drop play at 444. Biggest panic drop play would be way down at like 420. If that comes in the next week or two, we'll be looking out for that. But we have a panic drop situation at 444 if it happens. Not 100%. Always remember that, but you can't make money if you don't get in the fucking ring and fight and get in there and take a little bit of a risk. Don't be in the risk markets if you're not into risk. This is not some kind of a free arbitrage playground. Thoughts on Peloton today? So, it's grinding up pre-market, and that might continue all day. And who said it? Was Chris said that Blackwell estimates the sale of the company at $75 a share. I'm sure that wasn't paid for by Peloton. So anyway, gold is up and a little bit down now. Pre-market, that could signal. Well, that's not really much of a signal because the market hasn't opened yet. So, there's no reason why any smart money would make the decision to put away their gold before the market opens, versus doing withdrawal, right? You don't deposit your cash back into the bank until you realize you don't want to use it. And you can't realize that until the market opens. So there's really no indication there. That's just inflation. I think an inflation bump, which is what we are getting from rates. Pre-market are up from 1.94 to 1.9, almost 7. So we're really close to breaking 2. That's going to be all over the news when that happens. And we have CPI report tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. Energy and oil grinding up after sagging down, and they're trying to get back up above yesterday's low. That's probably what's dragging the market down a little bit is inflation. A little bit, it's a tiny smidge of inflation going on, and so that's going to hurt Qs. And the Qs are just going to keep correcting like this on a daily basis. And you won't notice it. But in the 6 months you'll be like, shit, I should have just shorted Qs. But on a daily basis, when you're looking too microscopically, you're not seeing the bigger picture. But the forces of inflation are upon growth, and the Qs are going to get hurt the most, but not so much Facebook and Google. They're pretty much debt-free, or NVIDIA. I think it was NVIDIA, right? You guys remind me if I'm wrong, but I think NVIDIA was one of the ones that had very little debt. Could have been the opposite. We had it on our list about 6 months ago of what to watch out for during inflation and what was going to survive. Bitcoin hit 45 overnight, 45.5 thousand, but it has back down to about 43,000 now, and that's below yesterday's close. So that's the situation across the markets. We still are in short-term bearish trend at the moment. Short-term bearish trend and medium-term sideways trend on every market, SPY, Qs, and the Dow. And the momentum has been towards switching over, into sideways trend and bearish. We've, had that switch a couple days ago where they all switched short-term bearish after all switching short-term sideways, medium-term sideways. So that's we're just sort of like slowly, turning downward. And we got CPI report tomorrow, and Russia-Ukraine tensions, and supply chain disruptions, and China-Taiwan tensions, and it's just going to keep the tensions high on the market and keep pressure on. And the only really safe bets always are in the safety nets, which are consumer staples, which are always going to be there. Everybody's not going to stop drinking Pepsi or Coca-Cola or wiping their butts with toilet paper. Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be this huge transformation. Maybe somebody needs to come out with a metaverse bidet. Anyway, gold, base materials, industrials, financials, energy. Those are inflationary stocks, and they can be protective, gold. And you need to get your VIX calls and your out-of-the-money SPY puts as protection. You need to buy long ones and long-dated ones and get that protection on. Even if you don't need it, like right now, it's just the right move. Before the last crash, had you had those protections on, you would have not lost money and even made money during the crash in March. So, but you can't do that unless you rotate into cash and defensives and protection. No, Radchenkov, not for crash protection. The best thing you can do with crash protection, for crash protection, if you want just correction protection, at the money or in the money, yeah, fine. But still, you need to date that out a bit, a month or two or more. But if you want crash protection, out of the money SPY puts is the way to do it. Or Qs, out of the money Qs puts, or out of the money SPY G puts. Because SPY G is all the growth stocks of the S&P 500. Yeah, I understand that you're down on Facebook. Yep, that sucks. And the even suckier part is that you're probably going to have to buy more. But you just need to wait for the bottom, and that's going to be obvious if you ask me. Like if you stick around me and you want to look at the charts and understand where's the bottom on Facebook, we'll know when it gets put in, because it'll bottom reverse. You won't get the ultimate bottom, but you can know when it has reversed, and you can get in near the bottom. That's good for everybody's in Facebook. Facebook continues to go down. Right now, I'm short-term bearish on Facebook. Medium-term probably bearish as well, but long-term bullish. So, but it's just, it's going to take some time. Like some of you who are new might say, how can you be both? That's because things get beaten up sometimes in the short term, like a black eye, it lasts 2 weeks, but then in a year, you can still be Jeff Bezos. You can still be successful. You can still be bullish, but be bearish short term. People, companies take hits. and then they carry on. Now, if you have your own thesis on Facebook, Meta, that it's going to be worthless in the future, good for you. Then don't put money in it. Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything here. If you don't believe in Facebook, make that bet. Fucking put your money into it by not putting your money into it. If you believe Facebook's going to work out in the future, put your money into it. So if you want to argue about it, shut the fuck up and put your money where your mouth is. So that's what I do, and that's what you need to do. So if you don't believe in Facebook, don't. Put your money somewhere else. Yeah, dude, you're the same dude that just said you're down 20K on it. Now you're down 18K. Oh yeah, Amazon, every company gets this shit kicked out of it. I mean, look, Meta might not be the right pivot for Facebook to have done. Don't maybe that's why Peter Thiel is getting out from underneath. Maybe he just doesn't agree with this direction. However, Zuckerberg is a data point freak, and he's seen the shift. I think that you just got to wonder, is he jumping on a trend? Is it a hula hoop? Or is it going to work out? That's a huge gamble. I think it was too much of a gamble. And that's why I'm bearish, short and medium term on Facebook, but bullish on them long term. So, maybe Facebook needs to get down to 60 again and start building up valuation on its new direction. If they can provide what they've provided in a metaverse world, and the metaverse world is the future, then the revenue opportunities in that metaverse probably far surpass what Facebook was getting as Facebook. So the potential for Meta is massive. So it's a risk reward thing, and we got to wait for Facebook to bottom out. What am I seeing on AMC? I'm seeing AMC rip apart from GME as far as being tied together, and I'm seeing GME hold up much stronger, probably because they're creating NFT space for gamers as part of their business plan. Good on them. They need to do something to get out from the $8 a share valuation, and I think that's what's going to do it. VLDR, isn't that the name of the company? VLDR, is anybody? Let me take a look at what the VLDR is. Velodyne, there we go. LiDAR, it's the LiDAR company, but Velodyne. Velodyne is up pre-market. However, it's faded. It's up from after hours yesterday, and it's been fading the whole time. Today, after midnight, this morning, pre-market, it opened down from yesterday's after hours, and it just has not really been able to significantly get above VWAP. So it's not bullish, but it's not bearish on this spike. It's like right there, sideways. It's hanging out right at VWAP. So we're going to watch it before the market opens, and the market opens in 1 minute. No, I do not have only one account. I mean, yes, I do have one account. Whatever you're talking about, as far as if you're seeing another account talk to you or something, do not give them money, please. Those are scammers. And I have there's 100 accounts. There's a lot of scammers trying to take advantage of financial people on financial profiles on TikTok. Don't give anybody any money. All right, the market opens in 20 seconds. So far, the market's pointing down or, on Qs and sideways on SPY, and it's hard to see, but kind of upward on the industrials. All right, market's open. I'm watching Velodyne. Pretty significant drop there from around the $5 range to 470, 460, 480, and then 470, and then now 465. SOPA also crapping out. AREB, UCL, Peloton crapping out at the open. I wouldn't say crapping out. It's finding some support in the 30s. People want this arbitrage play. Turn your money from $30 into $75. The trick is finding the lowest price entry so you have the least amount of heartache as you hold it. Apple with a very strong upswing there. Breakout on that will be at 172.40 for we typically take $1 of risk, and yep, that is correct. About 80 cents of risk, stop at 171.5, 90 cents of risk, 172.4. If it breaks it, Apple. Microsoft coming way up. Well, not really. Microsoft up $1.50 on the open. And there goes Microsoft breaking out. You can get in Microsoft for $2 of risk, stop at 301. And potentially day swing that. Might want to use the 1% rule and day swing that. Microsoft. That could be happening on Apple any moment here. Velodyne not happening. Pfizer dropping. I've got puts on Pfizer, not for their earnings, but just I'm bearish on it. Yeah, hog. Is that Harley Davidson? Yeah. Not enough volume, bros. Like, calm down. If you want to take like a low volume day swing on that, that's about all you can do. So if it breaks 40, you can get in, with a stop at around $38.5, $1.50 of risk. You'd need $3 to $6 of gain to even make that trade worthwhile. So if you believe hog could go to 46 today, then do it. I think that's a shitty trade. Don't overtrade, you guys. Don't start looking for crap. We have 4 mediocre opportunities this morning, and that's it. And they're not popping. Looks like maybe AREB is maybe coming around now. AREB. Yeah, if you want to take a 2-minute opening range breakout on anything that you're watching, go for it. Tesla, Apple, Amazon. And FWAP 3.08. Yeah, AREB now worthwhile over $4. I'd still put your stop at 3.3. So 70 cents of risk on AREB, AREB, and you can get in. Yeah, don't get caught in the chop. Now, as far as opening range goes, the Qs are now breaking down. That's on a 2-minute basis. to understand that whenever you make a forecast, whatever time frame you're making it on, whatever movement you're seeing and you're basing it on, that's only as far into the future. That only tells you as far into the future as you can see. So like, a signal on a 2-minute chart is going to get you 6 to 14 minutes of forecast. 6 minutes to 14 minutes of forecast. And it's not going to be 100% either, probability. Now, on a 5-minute time frame, and that's where we are right now, we now have a 5-minute opening range. If you can catch a 5-minute opening range break, then that's going to indicate direction for 15 to 35 minutes of forecast. So Pfizer's opening, it opened at around into 50s-ish, and it's kind of holding this 50s level. Yeah, and then, just be quick to cut it if you're wrong. The market isn't a place that listens to what you think. So you have to be 100% reactive. So if you're wrong, the sooner you can get it through your thick skull, the better, and get the fuck out. Market doesn't care what you think. You need to understand how to day trade if that's what you're doing, if you're day trading something. You guys over on TikTok, we're going to continue trading in our member area. You can come check out our group by clicking the link in my bio. Over there on TikTok, just click the link in my bio, click the link in my profile. Thank you very much for joining us on TikTok this morning for the pre-market show. And I'll see you over in the group. Just click the link in my bio in order to come check out our group. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Got a couple people saying check out SOPA. Yeah, I already have that up. I'm not going. You need to click the link in my bio. Right? If you really want to learn, you'll click the link in my bio. All right, later. I challenge you to get up off your finger clicking ass and click the link in my bio. There we go. I shut off the TikTok because fuck them. All right, there goes Peloton with an opening range breakout to the upside, which is a direction we have thesis on. So you definitely want to get into that for $2 a risk now on Peloton, and you can just day swing it. Same thing on AREB. We're in AREB around $4, AREB, with about $1 of risk. We're 70 cents of risk, stop at 3.3. Peloton, entry 31. With about $2, $1.50 of risk, stop at $29.50 should be all right. Ford is dropping more. We're down in 17 range on Ford. The Qs starting to turn up now off the opening range. But that would constitute a 5-minute breakout to the upside. So this could be where we're going for the next 15 to 35 minutes up. Got it? It's important to be following those conditions. All right. And on Peloton, once you're in, You'll be taking 5 to 20% profits if you intend to be taking profits. If you intend to hold, like you just wanted good entry and not to be stupid, right? But you intend to hold until the buyout, okay, that's different. Don't be taking profits underneath every dollar level. You're going to instead hold on a day swing basis to make sure you're not being getting in too high. So you just hold all day. But if you want to on Peloton just do a day trade, then yeah, you need to take 5 to 20% off underneath every dollar level. Not $2 $1.50 a risk or $2 a risk though for a swing trade on Peloton. It's much higher. Getting that number now. Actually, yeah, it's about $2 a risk. By coincidence. Okay, here comes AREB. You want to be taking profits every 10-cent level on AREB. Underneath every 10-cent level, 5% profits. At 410, at 420, at 430, 440, 450. 5% profits, 10%, 20, anything from between 5 and 20%, depending on how nervous, risky, and scary the position appears to be. All right, same with you guys over on YouTube and Twitch. Click the link if you want to continue with us over in our member trading group. Very much for tuning in.